Hello, good Wednesday morning, everyone. I'm Eliana Schreiber. We have a news update for you from court this morning in Reedsburg, and we are learning more about the Kevin Green case. He is the 19-year-old man who is accused of hitting and killing a 13-year-old Reedsburg middle school student while she was boarding the bus. And now he was 17 at the time. This crash happened back on May 12th, 2023, and it was while she was boarding her bus stop. Now, Kevin Green was 17 at the time. His pickup truck hit her and she later died. He faces a charge of homicide by negligent use of a vehicle, and he had previously pleaded not guilty in court. That was back in January, but we know that he was back in court today for a plea and sentencing hearing, and that is where we find WMTV's Marcus Arsvold. So I want to bring him into the mix now. Marcus, you were in court this morning listening to the hearing, and tell us what happened.
Yeah, so today, emotional day in court. Kevin Green pleaded guilty to that homicide with negligence, driving a vehicle while distracted charge. So what that means that we know now is he will serve 4 years of probation, which that includes 3 months of jail time. Now, whether or not he actually is in jail or not, or serves outside of it with electronic monitoring, that's all up to the jail. So that's what he pled guilty to today. They withheld sentencing, but that's what he will be sentenced. Now, today was the first time we have ever heard from Green himself. So he spoke in court today. Towards the end, he wanted to give a statement. In that statement, he was crying, as well as so was almost everyone else in the courtroom, including Evelyn Gurney's family. They were crying, and then his family on his side was also crying. Everyone in the courtroom today seemed to agree with the charges filed and the terms that he'll have to serve. Now, I want to read you exactly what Kevin Green said in court today after he claimed responsibility for her death. I have that on my notes that I'm about to read. So partially in his statement, he said, "There hasn't been a day that's gone by since that I don't wish I could trade places with Evelyn Gurney. I'm so sorry to Evelyn and so sorry to the Gurney family." Now, the judge who makes the ruling today said that a big key component to the time that he would have to serve Kevin Green would be dependent on whether or not he was still a danger to the public or not. That's a big part of the law that's involved here, and everyone agreed that he was not a danger. They said he admitted to being responsible for this immediately after it happened to everyone who was involved. The judge said that Kevin Green was taking accountability and was being responsible as much as he could with this case. Now, under these terms, this Friday, Kevin Green will have to report to the jail, and then it will be up to the jail whether he serves time in the jail or outside of the jail. We know that he is going to be a sophomore attending college next month. So under this Huber sentencing, there is also ways that he can stay outside of the jail but still serve his jail time. Included in these, in his sentencing as well, he can't operate a vehicle for 1 year. He can't contact the Gurney family, and he has to serve 200 hours of community service. And then he also has to participate in 8 presentations to public schools. That's 2 per year of his probation, where he talks about the dangers of distracted driving. Next, they're going to discuss restitution. Otherwise, basically today served as a point of closure for families on all ends. It's a sad story. It has been a sad story since I've reported on it May 12th, 2023, when Evelyn was hit. I know that both families are ready to move on. I've spoken with the Gurney family previously. I spoke to Kevin and his family today, and they chose that they did not want to go on camera, but he did make his first statements in court today, so it's the first time we've heard from him since this happened.
Marcus, thank you for that update, and we will have more from you coming up tonight in our newscasts at 5 and 6. So thank you for the update on what happened, and we will be waiting for more coverage, and we know you'll continue to follow this case. So thank you. All right, so as you heard there, as Marcus said, Kevin Green now pleading guilty. That's a change from what we saw back in January when he pled not guilty to that same charge of homicide by negligent use of a vehicle. And of course, we will have much more coming up in our newscast, as I said, at 5 and 6. So be sure to stay tuned for Marcus's full report. But for now, that was an update from Sauk County Court.